February's National Signing Day marks both the unofficial end of one recruiting cycle in college football and beginning of next year, as most signatures in the 2022 cycle are finalized. 2023 top prospects are now hitting the spotlight. For an initial look at the upcoming class, I have highlighted the top 5 players in the nation for the class of 2023. We will go over the number 1 player, the number 2 player, the number 3 player, the number 4 player, then ending off the video with the number 5 player. Stay tuned.
Whose world is this?
The world is yours. The world is yours.
It's mine. Whose world?
So like I said, the class of 2022 is over. The number 1 player shocked the world, and Travis Hunter Jr. signing with Jackson State and Deion Sanders. Now this year, we might see some more surprises, but in order to know the surprises, you have to know the players. So I'm gonna go over the top 5 players in the class of 2023. I'm thinking about also doing the top 5 players in each state in the nation, or the top 5 players at each position. Comment below which one would you rather see, top 5 in each state or top 5 from each position. And also, like I always say, if you love college football or college football recruiting, go ahead and subscribe to the channel right now because it's free. And leave a like for your boy. But with that being said, let's go into the number 1 player, and it is Arch Manning, a quarterback who is listed at 6'4" and 215 pounds. If you want to talk about expectations, Arch has all of them. I mean, Arch Manning is the son of Cooper Manning, a standout wide receiver before his career-ending injury at Ole Miss. He is also the grandson of Pro Bowl quarterback Archie Manning, where he gets his name from. And not to mention the nephew of both NFL legends Peyton Manning and Eli Manning. The 6'4", 215 pound signal caller is not only a player with impressive family connections though. Manning ended the 2021 campaign with 34 total touchdowns to go along with only 4 interceptions, and also leading his high school Newman to a state semifinal trip. Now Alabama, Georgia, Ole Miss, and Texas are all strong contenders in the race for Manning, but I'm sure he'll continue to receive more interest from every school in the country. This quarterback will have the decision to go anywhere he wants, whether it's Alabama, whether it's Georgia, Florida, Miami, Oklahoma, Clemson, USC, doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure any school in the nation will let Manning sign with them. Comment below where you think Arch will commit to. Me, I'm saying either Ole Miss or Georgia. But let's move on to the number 2 player, who is another quarterback who goes by the name of Malachi Nelson, who stands 6'3", 180 pounds. Now Malachi is the number 2 quarterback behind Arch Manning and the number 1 player in the state of California. Now head coach Lincoln Riley bolted from Oklahoma to USC in late November, and Malachi Nelson's commitment immediately followed suit. That should be no surprise given Riley's success at that position. I mean, think about it. He's coached recent number 1 overall draft picks in both Baker Mayfield and Kyler Murray, alongside with 2nd rounder Jalen Hurts and rising superstar Caleb Williams, who also left Oklahoma to go to USC. Now Malachi is likely to be considered Caleb Williams' replacement once Caleb Williams goes to the NFL draft. Now Nelson is a baller. I mean, he threw for 2,690 yards to go along with 39 touchdowns and only 9 interceptions last season. He also picked up 192 yards on the ground to go along with 2 more scores. Now, Nelson isn't technically locked in with the Trojans, but it'd be surprising to see him sign with anybody else. Comment below if you think he'll stay with USC or you think he'll go somewhere else. Me, I think he'll be a Trojan in the near future. But moving on to the number 3 player in the class of 2023, we have Cormani McClain, who's a cornerback. Now McClain is 6'1.5" and 165 pounds. He's the number 1 cornerback in the class of 2023 and the number 1 player out of the state of Florida. I mean, Cormani McClain is already piling up miles. Since last summer, the Tampa area cornerback has visited multiple schools such as BYU, Florida, Florida State, Georgia, Miami, and UCF. McClain is also planning to visit Alabama, Michigan, Ohio State, Oregon, and USC. And that's all according to 24/7 Sports. Now on the field, McClain is busy racking up interceptions. I mean, he picked off 19 passes in the last 2 seasons at Lake Gibson. Now, for those of you who don't know, Lake Gibson just produced another 4-star defensive back, an FSU-bound safety, Sam McCall, in 2022. Now, I don't know about you guys, but having 19 interceptions in 2 seasons is tremendous, especially at the cornerback position. So I'm pretty sure he can go to any school he wants to. McClain is already a key target for many programs, but especially for Florida, Florida State, and Miami, as they aim for a return to being a national powerhouse. Me, I think that McClain will stay in state. He'll go to one of those Florida schools, whether it's Florida State, Florida, or Miami. And the wild card has to be USC and Coach Lincoln Riley. But comment below, where do you think McClain will commit to and sign to next year? Moving on to the number 4 player in the class of 2023, we have David Hicks, a defensive lineman. Now David is listed at 6'4" and 250 pounds. He's the number 1 defensive lineman in class of 2023 and the number 1 player out of the state of Texas. On the heels of a historic recruiting class, Texas A&M has positioned itself well to land David Hicks. I mean, the defensive lineman took a pair of unofficial visits to College Station last offseason and during the 2021 campaign. Hicks then attended the program's junior day in January. So he's plenty familiar with Coach Jimbo Fisher and the Aggies by now. Texas A&M will be attempting to hold off Alabama, Clemson, LSU, Notre Dame, and Texas, amongst others. During the last 2 years combined, one at Katie Morton Ranch and one at Powerhouse Allen, Hicks has registered 140 tackles to go along with 34 takedowns for loss and 18 sacks. So those are outstanding numbers, especially playing at a powerhouse, so you know that he's playing some good competition. To have 18 sacks is crazy. I don't know what school will land him, whether it's going to be Texas A&M or a powerhouse like Alabama. But me, I'm thinking that Texas A&M might have another great defensive line signing class next year. Comment below where you think that David Hicks will commit to next year. And to round out our top 5 prospects in the class of 2023, we have an offensive tackle, Kadyn Proctor, who stands 6'7", 330 pounds. He's the number 1 offensive tackle and the number 1 player from the state of Iowa. As you expect from a top-rated offensive tackle, Kadyn Proctor has no shortage of opportunities. He could basically pick any program that he like, as he already holds over 30 offers with more to come. However, Iowa is a key contender to know. During the 2022 cycle, the Hawkeyes nabbed 4-star safety Xavier Nwampa from Southeast Polk High School in Iowa. Now they're returning to the school for Proctor, the 6'7", 330-pound blocker, who's expected to develop into a cornerstone at left tackle in college. Even if he doesn't pick Iowa, the Big Ten program has 2 major appeals in proximity and familiarity. But the Hawkeyes will have to hold off Alabama, Michigan, Notre Dame, Ohio State, and the rest. Now me, I think that he'll stay at Iowa. Iowa's doing a great job at keeping their big-time players in state. Think about it. Xavier Nwampa, one of the top safeties in the country, and everybody thought he'll go to either Ohio State or Notre Dame. And he stayed home and played at Iowa. I think that Proctor will do the same thing. He'll stay in state and play for his hometown Iowa Hawkeyes. Comment below which school that you think he'll go to. Would it be Alabama? Would it be Michigan? Maybe Notre Dame. But me, I'm thinking it's Iowa. Comment below your thoughts. And there you have it, the top 5 players in the class of 2023 according to 24/7 Sports. I think this is a great class. Comment below your thoughts on these 5 names and where you think that each student athlete will sign to next year. And also, like I said in the beginning of the video, comment below, would you rather see the top 5 players from each state or the top 5 players at each position in future videos? Or both. Comment below what you guys want to see. But like I always say, if you love college football or college football recruiting, go ahead and subscribe to the channel right now because it's free. And leave a like for your boy as well. But until next time,